Palate. And this week I got to choose. And after what happened last week and how I really didn't have much to go on, this week I decided to choose something I really fucking love. Non Non Biyori. And guess what? I fucking love it. Here with me is my co-host Manga Chef Isaiah. Manga Chef Isaiah, how did you enjoy this?
I liked it. It reminded me
Yeah.
of Dagshikashi.
Yeah, but good.
Yeah.
Because neither of us like Dagshikashi.
No.
Ah, and
I don't.
I should hope you know me by now. I'm Pesticia Luna, yay! Fuck, Non Non Biyori is so good. Okay, look. So Non Non Biyori aired from October 8th of 2013 to December 24th, New Year's Eve of 2013. And it had a second season, Non Non Biyori Repeat. First season only had 12 episodes, which nowadays is pretty normal. So, not really much of a thing. There are four main characters and then like a bunch of other fucking people that aren't necessarily important, if only for their voice actresses. So, first on the list is Hotaru Ichijo, voiced by Rie Murakawa. And she was on the fucking Dungeon Damashi as Tiona. And she was Chinatsu on Tsukigakire, that show that's named after the fucking Souseki quote. Next, there's Natsumi Kushigaya, who's voiced by Ayana Sakura, who was Haru Onodera, the little sister of the huge loser, Kozaki Onodera, on fucking Nisekoi. And she's also probably really well known because she's the gravity girl on Boku no Hero Academia, even if we don't watch that. Her Natsumi's older sister, Komari Koshigaya, was voiced by Kana Asumi. I fucking love Kana Asumi.
Yeah.
I love her so much.
Yeah.
Isaiah,
I'm
you
pretty
should
sure
know
I
the
know
name by
why.
now.
I know why.
Give it to me. Give me something.
She was Shihiro on Rogan Unos.
Correct. Anything else?
She was Yukazi from Dog Days, the blonde
Hikaze,
ninja.
correct.
Yeah. And Kikono, the girl that acts like the older sister.
Hiko no Shikanju on Gaworare.
Yeah.
Also, Nyaruko, Hayure Nyaruko-san, and also on Nisekoi as Marika Tachibana, which, by the way, the single they gave her for the second go around was really fucking good. Anyway, and then to finish off the main group is Renge Miyauchi, voiced by Kotari Koiwai. Do you not have any idea who that is? I don't expect you to,
No, I didn't.
because, yeah, she hasn't done shit you watched. She was Kigurumi on Joshiraku, which is a really, really, really fun show for me. And she was Suzu, who's Haru's buddy. Haru, who I mentioned earlier, Haru Onodera. So, Nisekoi. There's three other people I'd want to mention, if only because I'm really interested in the voice actors. So, the thing about Nonon Biyori is that a lot of the people are related, because it's based around people living in a small town in the countryside. So, Renge has two older sisters. One of them is Hikage Miyauchi, who goes to school out of town. And sometimes you see her, sometimes you don't. She's voiced by Misato Fukuen. Do you know that name, Isaiah?
No.
Okay. Fucking amazing. Misato Fukuen is Rika Shiguma on Haganai. She was Konjiki no Yami on 2W. And she is probably, at least between us, best known as Kurumu Kurono on Rosario the Vampire.
Oh yeah.
So fucking
Okay.
wow.
Okay.
The teacher, who is also Renge's older sister, is Kazuho Miyauchi, voiced by Kaori Nazuka, who was Tenryun Kaminomi, Kotegawa Yui on fucking 2W also. And she's also on the Magical Girl version of the Fate show. So that girl's gonna get money for a while. And the third person I wanted to mention was the Koshigaya mother. So that's the mother of Natsumi and Komari. And the reason I want to bring her up is because she's voiced by someone who's really, really, really fucking important. At least to me. She is voiced by Akiko Hiramatsu. Now I know you have no idea who that is, because all her work is super fucking old. She voiced Haruko Akagi, the love interest on Slam Dunk. Ah, the entire reason Slam Dunk exists is because of that girl. Like, the premise of the manga is entirely based on her.
Isn't
Guys,
that the manga where he forgets about her and just likes basketball?
yeah, but that's not how it starts. The entire premise of Slam Dunk is that girl is cute. She likes basketball players. I'm tall. I can do basketball. And then he spends like years getting good at basketball. And then eventually he realizes I do love basketball. But it takes like a year and some change. Ah, it's fucking beautiful. And the name of the manga Slam Dunk is entirely based on the fact that she told him, hey, I mean, something some people who are tall like you do, they do a slam dunk. It's like, sure, I'll do that. Whatever. I don't give a shit. What a hero. What a hero. And also, she is Atsunatsuko, who was Terry Man's girlfriend on the original version of Kinnikuman. Which is, again, just for me. Because I really love Kinnikuman. Okay. Manga Chef Isaiah, what the hell is Non Non Biyori? If it reminds us of Dagshikashi, but it's better, how?
Well, it's a slice of life of girls living on the countryside. Um, yeah, that's basically it.
That's kind of it. There's literally nothing to say, because Non Non Biyori is just, hey, look, this girl moved out to the country, she made friends, and this is what it's like living out here in the country. Although, I think one of my favorite things is that the first episode is predicated on Renge, the smallest and the youngest of girls, trying to be sure whether or not she's living in the countryside.
Yeah, they like zoom in on a cow and they're like, I'm not sure if I live in the country.
Well, no, they zoom in on a cow, and she goes, this has to be the country, right? And then later, they go, hey, so I mean, they say that living in the countryside is difficult, isn't it? They're like, yeah. And I mean, the only thing here is the deer and the deer and the cows. And you're like, yeah. And they're not really they don't really make life difficult for us. And I'm like, I guess so. And then Renge just has a fucking tanuki in her backyard. She shittily whistles, doesn't whistle very well. And then it shows up, and then they go like, what the hell is that? Why is he just in your backyard? She goes like, his name is Goo, and I can call him whenever I feel like it. And they also go, well, I mean, having a tanuki in your backyard isn't very normal either. Huh. I don't feel like we live in the countryside. At the very last fucking 5 minutes of the show, like, they miss a bus, and they go like, oh, man. And go, oh, hey, so, like, when's the next bus coming? I don't know, like, 2 hours or something? And I was like, Jesus. And he was like, yeah. You know, buses in the countryside are really difficult. And then it zooms in on Renge, and she goes, I knew it! I do live in the country. That's a 20-minute long setup for that joke. And it was amazing.
It's so
It's
deliberate.
so fucking dumb. I love it. I was like, about the tanuki, like it has a moment where it poses like, and it looks photorealistic, and I thought that was fucking crazy.
Yeah, that was weird.
It's like, what does it do? It does a trick if I whistle. What does it do? She whistles and then just freeze frames, like a photorealistic tanuki, and then everyone just stares at it, and then it cuts away and goes like, no, Biyori. I was like, what the fuck was that? I love that. I love that so much.
They have a lot of those like reassuring jokes too.
Yeah, it's just really fucking out there.
It's
Oh
like,
my
what
god.
the fuck was that?
Can I just
I
say,
don't
I love Renge so much. The little girl, the
Yeah.
smallest one, she does some wild shit. I love it. Like there's that time she catches a crab and then puts it in a little plastic container. I go like, what'd you do? He's like, I caught the crab. It's like, I mean, no, you did that, but like, why? He was like, I'm gonna take him home with me. And they go like, okay. It's like, his name is Salt. And they go, what? She just goes, the crab's name is Salt.
Yeah, and then it dies,
It doesn't die.
or at least.
She throws it out. Because her sister, their teacher, comes in and goes, Oh, do you have a crab? And she goes, yeah. She goes, well, I mean, you probably shouldn't do that. It's in the summer. It's a lot easier to take care of a crab in the fall. And I was like, huh, sure, okay. And she takes it and then goes down and then like pours the crab back into the river. And they go like, oh, what's wrong? She goes like, I'll catch him back in the autumn. That's it. I still love that she named the crab Salt.
Yeah, just cause.
Yeah, it's just like some people would name their pets, names, the name of a person or something. But now she's like, your name is Salt now. It's fantastic.
And she
Uh,
always has like the morning saying like, yeah, morning.
nah, it's sorta. She says Nyan Pasu, and that's not necessarily morning or anything. Cause like morning is Ohayo gozaimasu, so it kind of sounds like she's saying gozaimasu. But when you would shorten like good morning, you would say Ohayo, like just morning. You wouldn't say gozaimasu. So she's saying meowing, sort of, but not really. And that's just how she says hello to everybody. Nyampase. And she like raises her hand excitedly.
Yeah. And she also got
And
really excited over TV with
she got
the
super hype over
candy store
TV.
lady. She's like,
Yeah.
"Great man is on." Yeah, great man. So great. And then the candy store lady's like, "Oh my god, I hate this."
I mean, there's that. Yes. But there's also that time she got super hype over the idea of an airplane.
Yeah.
Or when she just starts dancing instead of doing the radio exercises like everyone else was doing in the morning. Which, by the way, that's a very common gif on A. The gif of Renge just dancing.
Yeah.
I love it. And actually, yeah, it's just them like hanging around. Ah, fuck! There's this part where they're like eating soup right at a place before the train gets there, and then like Renge, they're like, "Oh shit, the train's here. We gotta go." And they're like, "Renge, are you done?" And she goes, the slipperiness of the noodles is incredibly difficult for me to deal with." And then she says the word "slurp" as she slurps the noodles. And her friends are just like, "Shut the fuck up. We gotta go." Is Choron. Like that, what the fuck, what? Or when she's trying to play house with her friends, and then she goes like, alright, you're gonna be the mom and you're gonna be the dad. And then they go, alright, so what, are you gonna be the child? She's like, no, I'm gonna be a fish. And they go, okay. So two of them have a conversation while Renge's just on the ground saying the word flop
Yep.
repeatedly. And then like she's grabbing, she's like reaching, she starts flopping less and less, and then goes, water, gonna die. What? like the idea is that there's a couple, and then somewhere on their floor is a fish, and it's just dying. Cause that makes so much sense.
Give me water, please.
Yeah, I love that she's so weird, and that her friends are just kind of like, all right, well, that's what she's like. What are you gonna do?
She is in first grade.
Yeah, but I've never met a child that does that.
Yeah, sure.
I've met kids that do more like they draw weird shit and then they try to explain it to you, which is what she does.
Yeah, she also drew.
Yeah. Well, do you remember the sculpting thing where she like makes a circle and they're like, what is it? She's like,
It's a
well,
Malpaw.
yeah. Running on the concept that we've all been working with. It's a cat's paw, clearly. It's the paw pad of a cat. And you go, okay.
Doesn't it look like this? They have an actual.
They make like a cat's paw.
Oh, yeah.
It's amazing. And she goes like, no, it's just the paw pad. Or earlier when she's like fucking, they're doing the cat's cradle where they play with yarn and make shapes. And
Oh
then
yeah,
goes
she
like,
makes the outer space.
well, she makes scribble gibberish and tells them it's outer space.
No, it's outer space.
Exactly. He was like, "What is that?" You know, like it's out of space. And then Natsumi just fucking with her and going along with it. It's like, "Oh yeah, it's so clearly out of space. It's beautiful." Oh my god. She was like, "Yeah, isn't it?" And then she goes, "Renge, are you fucking with me? Like, tell me the truth. You don't really believe that, right?" She's like, "It's clearly outer space." And then just have to fucking go along with it.
And then they had the picture of like Saturn and the
Yeah,
cradle web next to
they
it.
put Saturn in like a fucking asteroid belt around it behind the figure to show what she's seeing that we aren't.
And I still don't
Oh,
get it.
I still don't get it either. I think it's just like a certain kind of angle of Saturn. I'm not totally sure though. I I just love it. I love that she's doing that, and everyone around her's just like, okay, fuck it, it's whatever. Oh, there's
all
that
the
part. Yeah, go on.
all the characters have like fun interactions with each other. Like
Well, that's all it is, isn't it? It's all
yeah,
just them living day to day and hanging out. And then there's some really crazy shit like the photorealistic raccoon.
in the first episode.
Yep. I want to bring up in the seventh episode. There's that bit where the rabbit locks them in a cage.
Oh yeah.
Rabbit is smart enough to lock them in a cage and understand locking mechanisms.
And he was still like proud of himself when you realize it too.
Yeah, he had an expression which doesn't make sense because it's a rabbit, but they drew him looking like smug, like ha ha, I got you now. Because what's happening is the Renge is like handling the rabbits that live in a an enclosure, and Hotaru's helping her out. And then Hotaru sees, hey, that rabbit got out because it dug a hole under the enclosure to get out. And she goes like, oh shit, we gotta get it. So they put a bunch of corn so that the rabbit follows the trail of corn. And then when they're standing inside the enclosure with carrots, well, Renge is, and so is Hotaru. And Renge just goes, here, you want the carrot, right? You prefer carrots to corn. I know you're a rabbit. Which also, that's a fascinating thing. We're gonna bait him with corn, and then we'll give him really good shit, so he'll want to come in.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, little girl. But then the rabbit sees him standing there, and there's just a cut to like a zoom in on the locking mechanism, and then the rabbit like sneers like, heh heh, and it tackles the door and it locks them in.
The fifth grader, the main girl, she said she was gonna hide, but she's just standing behind the fence. Like the rabbit doesn't see her. I thought that was funny.
I read that they're only saved because the teacher showed up, and she only showed up because she was picking up the corn.
Yeah.
And she saw the corn, she was like, "Oh, sweet corn!" and then kept doing it. And then when she got just almost in front of the enclosure, she was like, "Oh man, I'm gonna roast this. It's gonna be great." And then she looks to her right, and goes like, "Why are you guys in the cage?" And like, because we got, I mean, and then Renge just says to herself, "We caught something else besides the rabbit with the corn, my sister."
So it
dumb.
was effective.
I mean, it did get the rabbit the first time. It was just too smart, I guess. I don't know.
No, it caught their sister. That was a real
I mean,
goal.
yeah. Was it the entire time?
No.
Yeah. Fucking fantastic. Also, Hotaru, the main girl. So, like, Komari is the oldest of the four of them. She's also tiny. She's, like, really short. I think she's, like, barely taller than Renge. And Renge's 6.
She's like in 8th grade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's, like, fucking 13, 14. It's kind of amazing how small she is. And her younger sister, Natsumi, is, like, a head taller than her. But I think what I like is that occasionally they'll make jokes about Komari's height. Like, they call her Koma. And at first I thought, you mean like lion? And then they go, no, like Komai. And it's like, oh, you mean like tiny. You straight up just call her tiny all the time. Well, fuck. Okay. But there's a part where they're all going to the beach. And they're just hanging out at the beach. And, like, after realizing that all the other girls look way more developed than her when she's, like, fucking the oldest of them. Particularly the 10-year-old, Hotaru. Hotaru looks like she's supposed to be Komari's age. And Komari looks like Renge's age. So she's pissed. She's just really hurt, and she decides to get up. Like Renge comes by, goes, "Hey, I want some juice." She goes, "I'll go buy your fucking juice." And she just goes, buys a bunch of juice after having difficulty getting the juice from the fucking vending machine, because some of the buttons are too high for her. And you see two dudes come up to her, and my favorite thing is like it's supposed to imply, oh, maybe they're gonna pick her up or something, you know, like the way some guys just go up to talk to girls that are alone. Hey, sweetie, how's it going? But like you can see one of them is wearing a badge that says staff. So I'm like, they're probably doing something. After the girls spend a bunch of time looking for her because she doesn't come back, they. By the way, there's a line there that fucking the teacher says that I love, where they go, "Oh shit, where's she been? What if guys tried to pick her up?" And Natsumi just goes, "Man, they wouldn't pick her up. She looks like she's 7. She's more likely to get kidnapped." And then like Hotaru freaks out, goes like, "Kidnapped?" It's like, well, I mean, like, I'm kidding. It's not funny. What if somebody kidnapped her thinking she's a child? And the teacher just goes, just so we're clear, I didn't come with you guys today to the beach as your teacher. I came with you as your friend. Therefore, I have no responsibility to bear if anything happens." Like, she wants to make that explicitly clear. Because she doesn't want to lose her job, I guess.
Her job that she's like the only teacher.
She's the only teacher. There are 6 students? 5.
No,
5. There are...
6, the brother.
No, well, no. It's the 4 girls and then the brother. That's 5.
And then the main girl. Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You're right.
It's 2 sisters, Renge, Hotaru, and then the brother. Which, by the way, I just realized that means all the Koshigaya kids are in school at the same time. Because Komari is the middle child, Natsumi is the youngest child, and Suguru, the brother, is the oldest child. So all 3 of them are together. And yeah, because there's only 5 students, they're all in one class, and it's the one teacher. And she just kind of has them do workbooks that are appropriate to their learning levels. Anyway, yeah, I just love that the teacher goes, I just want to make it clear, I am not responsible for any of you at this moment in time. I came here as your friend, not as your teacher. Please don't get me fired. And then the speakers come on and they go, "We found a lost child by the name of Komari Koshigaya," and she flips out and screams over the speaker, "I am not a child! Shut the fuck up!" And then they go over and then they go, "Oh," so it was like, "Yeah, 2 guys came over and they took me to the lost and found area because they thought I was a child. They kept asking me where my mom was and who I came with. I hate it. I hate it so much." And I just love that they mistook her for like a child that's like Renge's age, like 6 or 5, because she's so small. But she speaks so clearly, you would think she's clearly like not 6. It's amazing. That was fucking funny. There's the fact that Hotaru makes like dozens of dolls of Komari. I think that's weird, but I also am amused.
I don't know why she's so obsessed with her.
She made 1, and I was like, okay, you made a doll. That's weird. But then, like, there's the episode where they come over to her house, and she has like 50.
Yeah.
Mind you, she gets away with it. Like, they see the dolls, and they go like, is this your school, is this your summer after school project? And she goes, yes! Yes, it is! Like, the only way she can get away with the fact that she made 50 dolls of a friend of hers.
I don't know how she always gets away with liking it. Like, they're like, oh, maybe she really likes candy or something.
Oh, right.
They were hanging out.
They're hanging out in the classroom. Okay, one more thing about just stupid classroom bullshit. There's that one where like so we were talking about how they made like the cat's paw and all that other shit with the clay. I love that Natsumi goes to her brother, goes like, "Hey, make me something cool, like a really cool, cute cat thing." And then he takes the clay, and I don't know where he got the sculpting tools from, but you see that he has like a little like clay knife and stuff. I was like, oh wow, this is gonna be super awesome, and he makes like a cat girl figure.
And the older sister just smashes it.
Yeah, Natsumi just smashes it and goes like, "I can't fucking show that to my friends, you weirdo." And he just looks really sad. He also never fucking speaks.
Nope.
Like, he shows up, but he never talks. Oh god, I just love that he makes a fucking like a cute cat girl with like the ears and the tail and the skirt and like a bunch of shit, and then Natsume just goes no and smashes it. Oh, it's fucking great.
Then he's depressed the rest of the episode.
Just really sad for the rest of the episode. He was really proud of it. Oh, can I say something? So remember how earlier in that same bit they were reading a manga?
Hmm.
That's a real manga.
Oh, really?
I
They
read
could do
that
that?
manga. No, the first one, not the tomato thing. I don't know, but the thing before that, that's a real manga. I recognize that manga. I was reading that. I'm still reading it, honestly.
The one with the egg.
The guy and the girl when they were talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, that. That's a
Oh.
real manga. That's Omae wa otaku ni shitaru kara ore ga ryaju ni shite kure.
Oh.
That's a manga where like so you saw the one girl he was talking to, right?
Hmm.
So she's like a really popular girl. Well, I mean, ryaju sort of means like a how do I put that? It's not even really like a word. It's like a stupid slang thing. What's the word that they use on 4chan for like people who like live regular lives, like something fag? What is it? Or like
A normal norm.
normal fag.
Yeah.
Normal fag. That's what it is. Ryaju means normal fag.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So she's like that. She's really popular. She's really pretty. She wears makeup and shit. And then the guy she's talking to is a gross ass, real hardcore otaku. Like he doesn't do his eyebrows or anything. Like he wears really lazy, shitty clothes. He doesn't really care about anything. So the thing is, there's this really handsome, popular guy who's a huge, gross otaku, but he's really handsome and popular. He dresses neat and stuff. He plays the guitar. This is why I remember him. Because he started playing like anime theme songs, and then the otaku guy goes like, "Oh shit, I know that. That's that song from the fucking Magical Girl thing." He goes like, "Dude, you know that show?" And they get super hype and talking. And then the normal fat girl goes like, "Hey, you filthy otaku, come here." And he goes like, "Whoa, what is it?" And she goes, "Look here. I'm friends with that girl you have a crush on, right?" He's like, "I mean, no, don't try to fucking hide it from me. I know you have a crush on her." He's like, "Okay. Well, that guy you were talking to, right?" He's like, "Yeah. I really, really like him." He was like, "Okay. You're going to teach me how to talk to him, and I'm going to teach you how to go out with that other girl." I'm like, "Why would you need to teach me? I mean, I wasn't really playing." She hates otaku, like with a burning passion. So, this is the deal we're making. And he goes, "Okay." And that's the entire manga.
Jeez.
So, like, when I saw that panel, I was like, "Oh shit, I remember that. I totally read that manga." It hasn't updated in a month, but I fucking love that manga.
It looked really old.
It's not. It's from like, I don't know. I want to say it's like from 4 or 5 years ago.
Really?
Yeah. Although I think it's finished like a while ago. Like the regular Japanese one, the updates with the English translations probably aren't coming out anytime soon. I think it used to be a fucking a light novel. At least the art style reminded me of it being a light novel. But yeah. So that happened. So that's why it's in fucking No Non Biyori, because No Non Biyori came out in 2013. So the manga's actually from like 2012.
I thought it was like the artist was self-plugging his work.
Not completely different guy.
Uh,
Completely different guy.
how did he do that?
I imagine they're published by the mangas that No Non Biyori. I mean you know how manga comes in magazines?
Yeah.
Maybe they have the same publisher. So it was like, "Hey, this manga's trying to get traction. You mind if we use?" Because you wanted to talk about manga, so you mind if we stick it in there? It's like, yeah, okay, whatever. Because like sometimes they do that where it's like, "Oh, these two manga are published by the same person, so they'll get a crossover chapter where they meet each other and shit like that." Remember when Ore Monogatari crossed over with Yamada Kun to Nanani no Maho? Remember? The two guys fell into a hole and then were like, "Oh shit, what do we do?" And then like all the girls from the respective things showed up, and they're like, "Hell, we'll get you out of the hole," and it's because they were published by the same company.
No.
Ah, I fucking love Odin. I love both of those things, so that's why that crossover like sticks with me. Oh, there was another one about Yamada Kun to Nani no Maho and Yankee Kun to Megana-chan, but that one is an author promoting his own shit because those are both the same lady. But in this case, I want to say they were maybe just published by the same company. So like that stopped me. I was like, whoa, wait, I know that fucking manga. Oh shit, what is it doing here? Huh. And honestly, there's not a lot to say about Non Non Biyori.
Yeah, because there's nothing going on.
Not really, no. But I love it.
Yeah, it's better than the Dagshikashi for sure.
It's so much fun. I love the thing where Renga's just pretending to be a fish for no fucking reason. That's so funny to me. It's amazing. It's like, you're gonna be the mom and you're gonna be the dad. So are you the child? No, I'm gonna be a fish.
Water.
What?
Water, please.
And she's just on the ground. Flop, 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 flop. Water! I'm gonna die! That's so fucking dumb. I love it.
And she can't play the flute at all.
Oh, do the recorder?
Yeah.
Yeah. She just well, I mean, it's normal for kids to end up learning the recorder, isn't it?
Yeah, but they just put it in the show so much.
I feel that that's just a thing she does. I don't know if that's like a thing. Like, I don't feel like it's a thing in the sense that it's like, oh yeah, all this Renge is gonna be so good at the recorder. No, I think it's just a thing she does with her time.
Oh.
Like why the fuck does she have a fucking tanuki in her backyard? I don't know. I think she just found it at one point and said, "Guess what? You're my pet now," and it didn't really bother because it could get fed.
Yeah, so it was like the whistle's like feeding time, and then the tanuki just stares.
Well, no. First it's there, and then she whistles again and says, "Look, I can make it do a trick," and then it just like fucking freezes up. And it looks like it's taking a pose from a painting or a picture, which is what I really liked about it. I was like, did it try to make itself photorealistic? Was that the thing? You didn't teach it that, did you? Did you just scare the shit out of it? What happened? And then they say nothing. They say nothing while the tanuki poses, and that's the end of that episode. Well, that's the end of that bit. I mean, the episode continues a little bit longer. It's a regular 25, 30-minute show. So... which, you think, considering this is so nothing, should it be able to sustain itself? Actually, I think you were talking, you mentioned to me earlier, like the pacing to the jokes and the way it's all kind of stepped out is really solid to the point where there's a consistency to it, and you can watch through the whole thing without feeling like it lagged behind at any points or anything.
Yeah, the 25 minutes go really fast in the show.
Right. You would feel that maybe, like, considering it's nothing, it might drag itself along a little bit, but no, it was really good all the way through.
Unlike the Dagshikashi, everything is jagged out.
I feel like the episode is going to end up being us going, man, why couldn't Dagshikashi do it like this? Because this show does jokes, and they're weird. They're really weird out of nowhere jokes, like the thing about the fucking I'm gonna be a fish, or this crab's name is Salt. Like, that doesn't make sense. That's not a normal thing to fucking do. But it was funny. I laughed. I'm laughing now. Yeah. Compare that to the jokes in the Dagshikashi where I was like, I get that it's a joke. I don't think it's funny.
Like the Ramun whistle.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know. I didn't think it was funny. Versus this, he goes like, guess what? Oh, he goes like, I wrote the older sister, right? The one voiced by Misato Fukuen, Hikage. When she shows up, he goes like, oh, hey, I came back from the city. Like, what was the city like? She was like, like she's trying to make herself like she's really like a city girl now instead of the country girl that all of them are. Which is a bizarre thing, but I guess it's just to make herself kind of cool to all the other girls. And then she meets Hotaru, the main girl, the first girl who shows up and is like, oh, I moved here from the city. And he was like, oh, have you ever ridden a bullet train? And he was like, no. She was like, yeah, well, it's a wild ride. I'm like, yeah, I came on a plane. And then they go, holy shit, you were on a plane? Like, everyone loses their shit. For the idea of a plane.
I think
Which, I
it's
mean,
mostly the Serenge.
well, no, because the other girls also pull her into the room to start asking her about the plane.
Oh yeah,
You're
you're right.
forgetting the other sisters were also there.
Yeah.
And I think it's one of those things where it's like, I mean, if you never really go anywhere, then the idea of travel's pretty nuts. Because you hear about tons of stuff, but you never really see it. Maybe it's because I've been on tons of planes that I'm like, whatever. It's just a fucking thing.
Hmm.
They live in the country and they don't really see much of anything except for the bus and the train.
Their family's all farmers, right? That's what it seems like.
It feels like almost everyone there is a farmer, yeah. I'm amazed that the teacher is even a teacher, honestly. I figured like she has to do something else, and it's like, no, she's just a teacher. Like, huh?
She knows how to use the rice. She knows how to use the rice tractor. I'm not sure what it's called.
I remember when they were planting rice, and
Yeah,
then
they
like
compared it.
they're supposed to walk backwards because Renge walked forwards and then stepped on the seedling. She goes, "Oh no, the seedling is dead now." I'm like, well, no, but I mean, yeah, fucking whatever. And Natsumi was really hyped. She's like, "Oh, we're gonna be outside today. This is gonna be oh, we're planting rice." Well, fucking, I don't care. See, like that's really nothing, but I enjoyed that. That's a very there's like actually no substance that like there's no narrative. It's just a little. It's a vignette. It's like a series of country living vignettes. But the jokes are solid, and I like seeing what's going on.
Unlike
With
Takashi.
yeah, again referring to Dagshikashi, which by the way, there's a character who runs a shitty little candy store,
I like that candy store
and
more.
she's fun. She's nice.
Yeah.
She's an older lady who helped raise Renge for most of her childhood. Because I'm from my understanding, Renge's parents aren't in the picture. Because it seems to just be her oldest sister and the other middle sister who like goes to school in the city. So oh man, I remember a bit from the first episode that like really showed the distinction between like living in the country where you know everybody and then living out in the city where you don't really fucking know anybody. Well, not you don't really know anybody besides the people you're friends with. And there's like fucking millions of people. Like it opens with like them playing ball, and then she like drops the main girl Hotaru drops her keys, and they go like, "Why do you have a?" He was like, "Oh shit, I found a key." She's like, "Oh, that's mine." They go, "Why do you have a key?" She goes, "My parents aren't gonna be home, so I need to get in." And they go like, "Huh? Hey, Renge, yeah? Does anyone in your family ever lock the door?" And he was like, "No." And Natsumi goes to her sister, Komari, yeah, does anyone ever lock our doors? She goes, I don't think I've ever actually seen a lock on our house. And then, like, look at Hotaru and go, you're weird. Which I just thought, fuck you! What do you mean? I mean, yeah, you know everybody here, so I guess that's different to you. But when you're living in a city where fucking, you don't know if the guy across the street could be an asshole. Didn't I tell you about how, like, the house, the street up from where I'm living now, like a man came in and just murdered the family.
Yeah, you did.
He just shot them, and we didn't know. No one heard the loud gunshots or anything. I just saw the cops the next day. Like, what happened? A man went into that house, used a handgun, and shot people in the head. Like, what? That's why you lock your house in the city. So to hear them go like, you're weird, I'm like, fuck you, you know everyone here. Like, literally everyone you know is either your relative or the relative of someone you know.
I guess they just expect it to be like that everywhere. I don't
Yeah. I just thought that, I mean, I grew up in a shitty little stick area, and even if you knew everyone, you still locked your door, because some people could be assholes, you know?
know. Yeah.
Like, I'm just amazed that they're like, you're weird. And I'm like 7 of the 5 principal characters are named Miyauchi, and the other ones are named Koshigaya. All of you guys are related. I don't know what the fuck you want. Of course you can trust each other if you're related. Like, they show the Koshigaya parents, they show all the siblings. They show the Miyauchi siblings, and then it's just like Hotaru and her parents. That's
Yeah.
it. The only other people that aren't directly related are Fujimiya, who's like fucking their the Koshigaya next door neighbor, Ishikawa, the one little girl, and then the little girl's grandma, and then I guess the candy store owner. But the candy store owner is clearly really close with the Miyauchi family because she helped raise Renge. So everyone here is either a relative or really well known. Yeah, of course you don't lock your doors. Jeez. That's such a weird thing. They look at her and go, "You're weird," and she just goes, I don't know what to tell you." Like, honest, I don't know what to tell you. I was raised in the city. This is what I know. Oh, fantastic. I love it. I love No No Biyori so much. It's so, like, it's nothing, but it's still fun, and it's neat, you know? It's nice. There's no, like, weird, like, angle to it. It's just neat living in a weird little, like, fucking country town. Yeah. I can't remember what the name of their town is, but I know it's not a real place. It just vaguely looks like a bunch of other places. Like, the school is modeled after a school in Saitama. So it's like, oh, okay. Oh, so nice. Such a nice time. Nothing is happening. Nothing is happening at all.
Except for they're trying to figure out what to do every day.
Except for, like, figuring out what to do for the day. Nothing is really happening. Ah, fucking fantastic. Okay. So, I mean, anything else to say besides, like, bits?
Nothing real to say. Nothing really to say.
No. I still really love the cat girl statue. I don't know how he colored the clay. Like, he had tools with him when she gave him the ball of clay.
He's really good, I guess.
No, that's not what I mean. What I mean is, where did he get the fucking tools from?
He had him in his pocket. I don't
Yes, that's my point. What, he just had them?
Yeah, he was ready.
Oh, he's always prepared to make figures. What a hero. I love that guy. He's so quiet. He doesn't say a single fucking thing.
Also, when they were cleaning the pool, he was doing like the most work.
Yep. Fucking okay. So I guess here comes the hard part. Food. It's not exactly cotton candy, but it feels like it. Because I feel like cotton candy should be completely nothing, where this doesn't attempt to be anything, you know?
So,
Like, I'm just saying, like, when you compare it to Dog Days, right? Dog Days was supposed to have a narrative, but it was a narrative without stakes. So that's what made it feel like nothing. Like, you're like, oh, has to be something here, and then you take a bite, it just dissolves. But that's the nature of cotton candy, right? But this, on the other hand, it's not pretending to be anything.
so
it all
looks like
happens to be
nothing, and it is nothing.
Yeah.
I
I'm
want
thinking... You know what I'm thinking of?
What?
Tic Tacs.
Okay.
Because Tic Tacs are really fucking nothing. And they don't even pretend that they're anything. You ever read a label on a Tic Tac, it says calories less than 1? And it goes, it's kind of negligible at this point.
It's like a little sticker and just a plastic casing.
Correct. And it's like mints, but the mints don't really do anything, and you eat them all within like 10 minutes, and it didn't do anything to your stomach. You could eat like a full meal and a package of Tic Tacs, and nothing would really change.
I was gonna look at it from the angle like it looks nice, but it's actually nothing. You
Okay.
didn't really expect it to be anything. So I was gonna say like what's the pastry, like a toaster strudel?
The toaster strudel? A strudel?
Yeah.
What kind of strudel? Just a regular strudel overall?
Yeah.
Or... Okay. But I feel like bread has more weight than, like, candy. And strudels are usually filled. Like with strawberry jam or apple or something.
Yeah, that's the sweetness.
Yeah, I get you. But I'm just saying there's more weight to a strudel than there is to a Tic Tac. Like a strudel you could have as like a little part of a breakfast snack. But like a Tic Tac, you could have that at any point and nothing will really change.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright, so Tic Tacs.
Yeah, Tic Tac is fine.
Is there a flavor of Tic Tac we should go with? I feel like orange Tic Tacs.
Yeah, I was gonna say I like the orange ones.
Yeah, alright.
Just because I like them.
I like them, and I also feel that the mint might like carry something versus the orange is sweet.
Yeah, the oranges could represent the jokes.
Just the overall sweetness. It's very light and airy, and it's sweet, and there's nothing going on. So it's a Tic Tac. It's orange Tic Tac.
Yep.
Yay! We did it! Fucking thank you for listening to Manga Palate, I guess. I mean, watch the show. You heard us talk about it. It's great. If you're listening to us, you get it, so you should watch it. You get it.
You guys get it.
Thank you for listening.